All right. So what we're doing now is that we're gonna take a look at just
All right.
uh-oh, some basic questions. And our
Okay.
basic questions are going to, um, yeah, just take us over some of the areas that we need to work on. Now, I did not put anything regarding the state. So
Okay.
this is just on health insurance practice exam questions. And we're looking at types of policies, probably policy provisions, and a little bit of underwriting. All right.
Okay.
So when we review questions, and one of the things that we practice is looking at the answer choices. So if we look at the answer choices first, our answer choice is HMO, PPO, major medical, basic policy expense. So when we think about each one, HMO, what are you thinking when you hear HMO?
Um, well, I know for sure, in an HMO, the gatekeeper controls the cost of healthcare.
That's
I,
right.
I I remember that from HMO for sure.
Okay,
I
so
think PPO,
mhm.
I had an issue and I looked it up and saw that PPOs have higher premiums because they allow you to bounce in and out of networks.
They have higher premiums, and if you go out of network, it's going to cost you more or less.
Um, More?
That's right. It's going to cost you more. Then when it says major medical and basic hospital expense, what is your mind going to when it says major medical?
For me, when I think about major medical and the basic hospital expense, and this might not be correct, but it always takes me for some reason to the long-term care insurance. I think that's where I get miscombobulated. And I think about all the the different care. And I think that gets me a little confused in that area.
Okay. So major medical is just a health plan that covers everything. So
Okay.
if I have a catastrophic thing, if I have a heart failure, if I was in an accident, it's going to cover everything.
Okay.
Major medical. So it's going to cover your doctor, it's going to cover emergencies, it's going to cover surgeries, everything. And it
Okay.
doesn't matter what it is. And normally we get a major medical plan on our jobs, affordable health care, Medicare. Those are all major medical plans because it does not look at, oh, something specific. Now, this one says basic hospital expense. When you think basic hospital expense, I need you to think about, oh, it's a separate thing.
Right.
Only is going to cover hospital. If it's got
Right.
that
It's
word
not going to
basic,
cover,
it's not
yeah,
going
it's
to
not
cover.
going to cover the bigger expenses.
Right. Okay. So now I got something in my head. Boom. Let me answer. Let me look at the question. Go ahead and read the question.
A self-employed graphic designer wants a policy that covers hospital expenses, surgery, and major medical events. She does not want to be tied to a network. Which type of plan is most appropriate?
Okay.
I would say C, only because when I see in my mind tied to a network, I think about HMO and PPO are networks. So basic wouldn't, like we just discussed, cover those expenses, but major medical, like we just discussed, covers everything.
That's right.
Excuse me. So I would say C.
That is the correct answer. I can't make it correct, but there it is. It's correct.
Okay.
Uh, let me see if I can highlight it. Yellow. That is correct. Okay. So then we're looking at the next. All right. And let me see if I can try to figure out how to get rid of that. Oh, just roll it up. Okay, so number 2, looking at your answer choices first.
Routine doctor visit, emergency room visit, overnight hospital stay, and prescription refill.
Okay, so what are you thinking when you first see those answers?
Well, they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you stay overnight, definitely costs more. Emergency room visit, depending on what you go for, is just a visit, and then a routine visit is just your regular routine when you go visit the doctor. And of course, your prescription refill is when you need to um, refill your medications that you have prescribed to you.
Okay, so now read the question.
Okay, an insured has a hospital indemnity plan. Which of the following would most likely trigger a benefit payment? And I think the hospital indemnity plan can't.
Because we did
I
not
would-
talk about a hospital indemnity plan in class.
Right.
Okay, so now what makes sense? Look at your responses.
Okay.
So it's asking you what would trigger a benefit payment. So they're just saying, which one of these plans is going to make sure that it's going to pay for something? It's going to
Right.
pay out money for something. Okay. So it's a hospital indemnity plan. Now, is it going to pay for, you think it will pay for a routine doctor visit? Do
No.
you, okay. Do you think it's going to pay for prescription refills?
No.
Okay. So we just eliminated 2.
Right.
Now, the B and C both take place in a what?
Hospital.
Okay. But this was specific. This one says what?
Emergency room visit.
Or.
Overnight hospital stay.
So from this type of plan, which is the best answer?
Only because I'm thinking about context clues, I want to go with C.
That's exactly what you should do. Use context clues. They
Right.
work. They work. So yes, your correct answer is C. Never mind. I'm gonna quit trying to make the answers right. Okay. So uh C. Same thing here with number 3. So number 3, again, read your answer choices first.
Okay. Emergency surgery, mental health counseling, long-term care, and hospitalization for injury. And the question says, which of the following is not covered under a typical major medical policy? Not covered under a typical major medical policy. Okay. So major medical, what is not covered?
So 3 things are covered, 1 is not.
One is not right. I want to say that emergency surgery is covered. Um, Hospitalization for injury is covered. Um, so it's between B and C. I had this issue on the test too. They had a lot about mental health counseling on there and long-term care. I remember precisely. Sorry about that. Which is not covered. I would say C. I
C,
just feel like it doesn't fit the other answers.
long-term care is that policy all by itself.
Right.
No, that's that nursing home.
Yes.
Long-term care nursing home. Major medical don't cover nursing home. Medicare don't cover nursing home. They
Right.
begging people to get this because you're living longer. You're gonna need to go to the nursing home. You ain't gonna die right away. Nursing home,
Right.
long-term care. Okay. All right, so now let's look at number 4. Bunch of
Yeah,
letters.
I feel like these type of questions got me too. I had to memorize myself with these terms, but PPO, HRA, HMO, and HSA qualified high deductible plan. And it says a policy with a high deductible and a savings account used for medical expenses is called. When I think about deductible, immediately my brain goes to HMO.
But it shouldn't. Not.
Yeah. But for some reason it does. Um, PPO. I remember that.
All right, I want you to use context clues.
Okay. High deductible in a savings account used for medical expenses. Hmm. Uh, if I'm going with context clues, I'll be going with myself, D, HSA.
HSA.
Only because I see it says qualified high deductible
Deductible.
plan.
Right. Normally on your test, that would not be there. However,
Okay.
HSA is a health savings account. It only goes with a high deductible plan on the test.
Okay.
Okay. So HSA. So yes, sometimes they give you just the letters, but they're supposed to spell it out. So they didn't spell it out for you. Now they may not do HMO and PPO, but if they ask the question, is
Mhm.
usually health maintenance organization, then HMO. They should
Mhm.
have it all the way out.
I
But
think I remember them putting abbreviation for maybe the questions and maybe the answer choices they gave
just
the whole yeah, I think that's what it was.
all right. So let's look at number 5.
Okay. Care is managed through a primary care physician. Out-of-network care is usually not covered. Referrals are not needed for specialists and emphasize preventive care. All of the following are true about HMOs except. Well, with HMOs, I think we just talked about that. Usually, I believe it allows you to go in and out of network. Am I hitting it? Or am I
I
off?
just want you to read those questions and not think about nothing else. The answer choices were
Um, oh, did it go away for me? Oh no, I see. Care is managed through a primary care physician. Out-of-network care is usually not covered. Referrals are not needed for specialists. Emphasize preventive care.
okay. So which one is not? 3 of them are.
Right.
So which one is?
I think uh A is
Mm-hmm.
um D.
Is okay.
Mhm. C for some reason stands out for me. Referrals are not needed for specialists. Maybe because I don't remember reading that under HMOs. Um, but I want to go with B. Out of network care is usually not covered.
Okay. And so out of network, so an HMO is telling you the gatekeeper, who's the primary care physician,
Right.
is telling you to stay in network. You can only go where I tell you to go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So out of network care is usually not covered. That's true. It's usually not covered. Referrals are not needed for specialists. That's not true. Because you have an HMO and a gatekeeper, referrals are supposed to be given to you by your primary care. Referrals are not needed for specialists. Yes, they are in an
See,
HMO.
I second guessed myself because I felt like C was the correct answer, but I
And
think it,
when you talked about HMO in question one, one of the
right,
things that you said was you talked about the gatekeeper and needing a specialist.
right.
Have to refer you to the specialist.
So definitely it'd be referrals are not needed for specialists.
Yes, that was the answer, C. Okay. So
Okay.
you gotta have a specialist. You gotta have a referral when you're in an HMO. Which health plans allow the insure? Okay, wait a minute. HMO, POS, PPO. I really don't want to do it no more of these HMOs, but let's go. Let me see. This is still okay. Oh, control enter. There's page break. That's what I was trying to do. Number 6. All right, let's look at 6.
Okay. A is HMO, B is POS, C is PPO, and D is indemnity. Which health plan allows the insurer to see any doctor without a referral and provides higher reimbursement when using in-network providers? Allows them to see any doctor without a, and I do remember us talking about it in class. Um, without a referral and provides higher reimbursement when using in-network. Hmm. Without a referral, provides higher reimbursement. Can't remember POS.
Okay. Then why are you thinking so hard?
I don't know. I don't know. I let the abbreviation a lot of times get to me like, what does POS mean? What does PPO mean? Um, I don't think it's D.
Mhm. And it's
I think
definitely
it's
not what?
A.
That's right. It's definitely not A.
Yeah. So it's either B or C. Referral provides higher reimbursement when using in-network providers. Will it be PPO?
It would be PPO. So if you go to a PPO, you don't have to have you don't have to have a referral. That's number one. And it's cheaper for you to go to a provider in network than it is for out of network. So, they use this word higher reimbursement. Who knows what that means? We're not claims.
Right.
But going to the doctor, that referral, without any referral, and using in-network providers, these are your key words.
In-network providers.
All right, number 7.
Reimbursement for medical expenses, replacement of lost income due to illness or injury, payment of hospital bills only, long-term care coverage,
Now,
a disability. Oh,
no,
sorry.
can you, just looking at the questions,
Mhm.
just looking at the responses, do you know what the question is going to be about?
It's going to have something to do with coverage, covering anything medical or hospital wise, I'm guessing. A
Okay.
lot of it is talking about hospital or care
Mhm.
or
Okay.
getting seen. A disability income policy provides which of the following? Disability income. Disability. I'm gonna say replacement of lost income due to illness or injury.
That's right. Absolutely. So you understand disability income. So let's see
Right.
what else we get on this, number 8.
Right. Accidental death and dismemberment, cancer only policy, critical illness policy, hospital indemnity plan. Which type of limited policy pays benefits specifically for cancer diagnosis and treatment? Which type of limited policy pays benefits specifically for cancer diagnosis and treatment? Hmm. I know it's not A,
Right.
accidental death and dismemberment. Um, hmm.
It is your most obvious answer.
I feel like the context clues is bringing me to B, but I just don't
Okay.
want to just automatically think again this time. I'm sorry, I second guess myself. I got to get out of that
Don't
habit.
second guess yourself. Okay.
Okay,
Don't second guess yourself.
okay. My
Uh,
gut tells me B, cancer only policy.
It's for cancer only. It said specifically for cancer. You should have went cancer only then.
Okay. To me, I always like they're not going to give you the answers that easy. Like they're putting it there to trick you. Like I said, I overthink things,
Overthink.
but
Don't
yeah,
overthink.
I'm a bad overthinker.
Okay. Another one that we did not go into, it's on there, and it's in those last types of policies, those little small policies. So read each one.
Okay, cancer, stroke, and heart disease only, preventive care and regular checkups, major medical services, disability income for short-term illness. And in a dread disease policy, coverage is usually limited to dread disease policy.
Yeah, dread disease. Okay. So, like, I don't know what they're talking about, right? Right? Okay.
Right.
So, but now let's look at, I'm going to start at bottom up.
Okay.
Disability
Disability
income.
income for short-term illness.
I know what that is.
Right.
How big is that? Right?
Right.
So I know what disability income is. We didn't talk about nothing like that.
Right.
Major medical. Major medical. I know what major medical is. It'll cover everything. So maybe I better leave that.
Right.
Okay. Then we got preventive care and regular checkups.
Yeah,
Dread
and let's
disease.
not be.
Somebody that's got a dreaded disease and
Right.
policy. Okay. So preventive care doesn't go with the words dread disease.
Right.
So then we still have C, and then A says,
Cancer, stroke, and heart disease only.
hmm. And if I'm doing context clues,
Right.
which one am I going to choose now out of C and A?
Well, I'm looking at limited, so I feel like it could be A
Right.
because
Period.
major medical covers everything. It's not limited. So
Uh,
I'm
Yes.
gonna go with A.
Yes. Okay. And this is all we're doing on the test. We got to do it a little bit faster, but
Right.
that's all we're doing on the test. 1 minute per question move, you know. Um, next. And a minute's a long time, but go ahead.
Covers members of a specific group without naming individuals, provides unlimited benefits, offers long-term care coverage, only available for employer-sponsored plans. And the question is, which of the following best describes a blanket insurance policy? Hmm.
Okay.
Or a blanket insurance covers members of a specific group without naming individuals, provides unlimited benefits, offers long-term care coverage. Only available for employer-sponsored plans. Hmm. I think I need to do the process of elimination.
Okay, let's process to eliminate. Which ones we definitely gonna eliminate?
Okay, I want to go with eliminate D.
Which one?
D.
D. Okay.
Um, without naming
And your
it.
other favorite one you should be eliminating.
B.
So I'm gonna say C.
Oh, C offers long-term care coverage. Yes, C should be eliminated also. Long-term care coverage.
Okay.
Okay.
So now,
Uh,
does blanket insurance provide unlimited benefits, or does blanket insurance cover members of a specific group without naming individuals?
hmm. I'm gonna go with B.
Provides
Provides unlimited benefits.
what insurance company gonna provide unlimited benefits? That's what I'm
That's
asking.
so true. That is so true.
But
Thinking about it, that's true.
looking at the word blanket just mean blank, like nothing. So
Okay.
again, covers members of a specific group without naming individuals. That's a blanket policy.
Okay. Okay. Blanket in that way. I think my mom was going with blanket as maybe full coverage or you know how blanket is, it covers you. So I think that's what I was thinking. But thinking about it now, yeah, it covers members of a specific group without naming individuals. Blanket blank. Okay. So
Okay,
it would be A.
that would be A. All right, now this did not cover a lot of difficult questions, these first 10 in reference to types of policies.
Okay.
Okay, didn't cover a lot of different things. It covered though your HMO PPO really well. But disability and that disability, how many times did you see disability on your test?
I definitely seen it a couple times, and most likely I've seen them in scenarios with
Okay.
disability.
So let's be clear and strong on disability. So
Okay.
the section that I'm going to read is all about disability and anything else that say disability.
Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you, I don't know if I asked y'all, do y'all use Chat GPT at all?
I
Anyone?
have a couple times, not for much wording, just for a lot of images and things of that sort, trying to figure out what is something, but not much when it comes to wording and such.
So let me see. All right. So I'm just going to throw up here. Exam and understanding and I need to know everything about um, disability income and every policy that has disability in it. I need to pass the Georgia state exam, explain it simply, explain it simply so I can make I'm just giving a whole lot of right answer choices. I don't know what's going to come out, okay?
Okay. I know how the chat GBT
Okay, all right. Okay. Prodation, residual, individual income, group. So now it's giving me everything that has disability in it.
Okay.
Business. Okay, so let's just look at the top part of this because it's going to come back over and over again, right? So
Right.
what I asked for was everything that's dealing with disability income insurance and what you need to know. So the core concept, disability insurance replaces your income when you can't work due to sickness. It does not pay for medical expenses, just what? Lost
Your
wages.
lost wages.
Okay. So that's the main thing. Then they got owner occupation versus occupation. That is in the book. So guess what? I'm going to open up my book and understand owner occupation versus any occupation because maybe we might have done it, but I didn't understand it. But what
Okay.
we did go over a lot of was elimination period, benefit period, and probationary period.
And they were on the test.
Yes.
Remember.
Okay. Now, did I get them? Did I
That's good.
understand it?
I
And
definitely had a hard time with the number of days. A lot of times because I remember 10 to 30 or 30 days, but also I do remember seeing a 60 and 90 day. So I really believe I had a little time, maybe second guessing myself in that area.
so we need to figure out what is it about the 60, 90, 30 days that I need to remember. I don't know whether or not I can ask chat to give me that, but I'm just trying to give you something in, having what do I need to study? What's going to have disability in it? So now we talk about the individual disability income policies, they're non-cancelable, the group disability, and these are the topics you need to read. Okay,
Okay.
disability riders, you'll see on the exam. It's telling us we're going to see it on the exam. Here they go.
Yes, I definitely saw, especially guaranteed insurability rider. Saw that a couple times. I was like, okay, I might need to go back over it.
Okay. All right. Practice tips. Let's see. Flashcards. Oh, let's see. You did not give me anything about social security disability. Oh, great catch. Yeah. So here is a list. Okay, so I'm gonna, now this is not to, because it doesn't know, it doesn't have your book, right?
Right.
It's just giving us general things that's out there in the public. Okay. So it doesn't know what's actually on the test.
Right.
Guess what? I can say, create me 10 multiple choice questions regarding disability. Make them hard so I can be sure I understand. Then place all the answers at the end. So I see them immediately. I don't know. Okay, I'm learning.
Well, you teaching me, and now I'm going to be using it a lot more.
Okay, so now it's giving you questions also on this. All right. And you can do just about every subject. Now, it's going to tell you that it makes mistakes. It's going to tell you that, it's not always correct. You got to check. All right. Because
Okay.
this is probably the free version. So like when people ask me last minute things about stuff, I'll throw it over here. You know, I see baby foyer. Let me see, what did I do? I saw something about the foyer.
Yeah, I see foyer to baby
Yeah.
room design.
So I have a friend that doesn't has a small apartment and
Mm-hmm.
get to do a baby room, right?
Oh,
Okay, wait, let me see what'll come up. So I asked,
oh, how neat.
okay, gave me pictures,
Wow. They're actually really good pictures for a small room.
right? So yeah. So yes. So you see, I mean, that's what I used it for that particular day. So I just
That's
find a
smart.
way. Okay, contract. Where
Oh,
did
and also, so I won't forget, I know for sure I was having an issue with those policy riders, that guaranteed insurability rider.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely was having some issues understanding.
Okay. So we're gonna go back. Let me see some of the questions I created. Let me go back over here. Okay. So this section that we're doing next is about um
Oh
oh
yeah.
no, policy provisions. You gotta gain more points here.
Yes.
All right. So let's look at these. Again, we're gonna use the same method,
Okay.
doing the questions first.
Okay.
All right. So the responses first, excuse me. Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay. A, when the application is signed. I saw this on the test. B, when the first premium is paid. C, when the policy is delivered. D, when underwriting is complete. I saw this on the practice test when I took it yesterday, and I remember getting this one wrong. I was kind of stuck on this for more than a minute for sure. But an insured has a policy with a 10-day free look period. When does this period begin? And I believe my answer was when the first premium is paid.
No.
Right. That's what I got wrong. I put that on my practice test
So
yesterday and
what's
it
the
was
right
incorrect.
answer?
Uh, I'm stuck between A and C.
No.
I want
Application is signed. Okay,
when
so let's listen. So let's get clear,
okay,
right? A free look period is the time when the client gets to look at what you brought them and decide, do I want it or do I want to give it back? Do I keep it? Do I take it or do I leave it?
correct.
So when did you have them look at the policy?
Hmm.
Didn't look at it policy when they signed the application.
Oh, yes.
They didn't look
So
at
it has
policy.
to be signed before they do their free look period.
That's right. They just putting in the application. They hadn't even been approved yet.
Gotcha.
So when the first premium is paid, I've already decided I'm keeping it. If the first premium's paid, when the
Hmm.
policy is delivered, when does that happen? When do
Is
you
that is that upon agreement between both of us? Is that when it's delivered?
it's delivered when the policy is okay. Remember, I said In health insurance, we really don't deliver the policy. We just ask people, do you get your card?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Okay. Did you get your card? But that's when we deliver the policy. We should be talking to them in reference to the policy. And that's when they get their 10-day free look when we deliver the policy.
Okay.
This is the time where they can, now you've delivered it, you told them all about it, and then they have 10 days to decide, do I want it or do I not?
Okay. So the answer would be D, when underwriting is complete.
No, the answer
No,
is C,
is
when the
oh,
policy
it's C, when the policy is delivered.
when the policy is delivered.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I should. When does this period begin? When the policy is delivered. Okay.
When this policy is
It
delivered.
makes sense.
And they have a free look, and if they don't want it, what happens if they don't want it?
Then they can decline and the policy won't be in effect.
And the insurance company will issue them a refund.
And a refund, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's look at number 12.
A, time of payment of claims. B, physical exam and autopsy. C, waiver of premium. And D, proof of loss. And it says all of the following are mandatory provisions in health insurance, except
Ooh.
mandatory provisions. Time of payment of claims, physical exam and autopsy, waiver of premium, or proof of loss. Well, I want to say except.
Oh, that's a hard question.
Mandatory. This. So you do have to have proof of loss.
Mhm.
Time of payment of claims.
Mhm.
I feel like it's not A or D, except. Would it be C, waiver of premium?
It
I
is
just feel like that
waiver
stands
of
out.
Okay. So, like the very first 10 is considered mandatory provisions in health. So, time payment of claims, we talked about when we pay claims, right?
Right.
And proof of loss, those two go together. So,
Yes.
then we just need to figure out, did physical exam and autopsy go in there or waiver of premium? And so mandatory provision is physical exam and autopsy. Waiver of premium is not a mandatory provision. It's a provision, but it's not mandatory. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, number 13.
Oh, I remember this question. A, 7 days. B, 10 days. C, 20 days. D, 31 days. And the question is the grace period on a health policy paid monthly must be at least. This is the grace period on a health policy paid monthly.
Mhm.
I hate those 30s because I feel like every time I see 31 or 30, it automatically says, oh, that might be correct. But I don't know if it's paid monthly, will they allow you to go 31 days or 20 days? My gut says 10 days.
Your gut says what?
10 days
days.
or 7 days. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just don't think that they would give you a grace period for that long.
Okay. So in health, the monthly is at least 10 days,
Okay.
monthly payments. It could be 30 days, but most are 10 days. If it's weekly, it's going to be 7 days. If it's monthly, it's going to be at least 10.
Can I write that down? I feel like I need
It's
to.
in your book.
Oh, it is in my book.
Yeah, it's in your book. It's in your book. It's in your book. Um, accident and sickness. Policy provisions, and it says just that under mandatory provisions, first page over. I'm not going to give you a page number because our pages may be wrong, but around page 36 on the health, mandatory or optional provisions in the accident and sickness policy provision clauses and riders.
The page.
You're in the second half of the book, right?
At the top, you said 36.
Around that page. What does it say on your page?
On 36, it's talking about fixed annuity and
No,
variable annuity.
you're not in the health section. Keep going. You got to go to the second half of the book.
This is the grace period.
Do you see the health section, accident and sickness section of your book?
I'm getting there. I'm gonna go to the front and look really quick. Mm,
Your book has two things in one. Go to the back of the book and move forward.
okay, go back.
Go all the way to the back of the book and move forward. Okay. And then tell me what's said at the top when you take a handful of pages or
I'm in the okay, I'm in the back with Georgia rules and codes.
okay, keep going towards the front.
Okay.
You at other health insurance concepts?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, keep going towards the front. You're gonna next section will be social insurance. Up at the very top, social insurance.
Let's see, accident, Social Security, type of accident and sickness policies. Is it under that?
That's the policies. Now you passed the section that says accident and sickness policy provisions, clauses. So what?
Clauses and riders.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on that page now.
Okay, what page is that?
195.
Oh, they made it start. Keep going. Okay. All right. So now you're at look for mandatory and optional provisions. Item 1, item 2 should be grace period.
See the mandatory and optional provisions.
Okay, that says A, maybe. Then what's the next thing after that?
Excuse me, other provisions and riders.
No, I want you to go back to that page.
Okay.
Stay on that page.
Okay.
All right. So mandatory and optional provisions. And then the next paragraph is about what?
Underneath,
Uh-huh.
um, other provisions and riders is underneath the mandatory and optional provisions.
Hmm.
But in the paragraph under mandatory optional provisions, mandatory provisions such as the grace period protect the insured. Optional provisions such as probationary periods protect the insurance company. Let's see, the time limit on certain defenses clause is another name for the incontestability clause,
Is
31 days.
what is there a number by that one? I mean, or
No,
is it
ma'am, they just bullet points.
bullet points? Okay. Oh, your book looks totally different from mine now. Let's see.
Yeah, see.
Okay. But in that section, there should be one that says entire contract, another that says grace period, claims procedures, reinstatement. You see any of those words? You're at least in the right section. This is policy provision, clauses, and riders. That's the section.
Okay.
So turn to the first page of that section.
Okay. Is that the one under policy provisions?
Policy provision, clauses, and riders, right?
Okay. I don't see the clauses and riders. I see policy riders and
Okay.
policy loans, withdrawals, and surrenders.
No, you're back in life.
I am back in life.
You have to be in accident and sickness. So your book is broken in two. It has the life stuff in the front and has the health stuff in the back.
Okay. Now I'm at accident and sickness policy provision clauses and riders.
There you go.
But it's saying a lot, rights of renewability
Huh?
and other. It says rights of renewability and other provision and riders and mandatory and optional provisions is what it's
Go
giving
to
me in sections.
mandatory.
Okay.
What's under mandatory?
It says mandatory provisions such as the grace period protect the insured. Optional provisions such as probationary periods protect the insurance company. An insurance company may contest a claim after 2 years if they prove fraud. Companies are usually reluctant to change fraud since it requires proof of intent to deceive and is usually difficult to prove.
Those are just bullet points. They don't give you
Right.
anything that has more than that.
No, ma'am.
What's on the next pages?
The rights of renewability and social insurance,
And then
Medicare supplements.
I don't know what you're reading. Let me see your stop sharing. Okay, hold tight.
That's the accident and sickness
Okay.
policy provisions.
All right. You're just in the summary section. You're not in the textbook yet.
Gotcha. Maybe I need to go up a little bit more.
Yes. Because there's a whole section about that. That's just the summary. So move into page 30 something. You was at 195, maybe move into around page 50.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's the summary. So keep moving forward. And there should be an entire section on policy provisions, clauses, and riders.
The policy riders. Oh, I see policy provisions. That's with entire contract insurance and free look.
I think you're still in life. Okay.
Really?
Up at the top of your book, we're looking at what's at the very top, like up here. And it should say, oh, I don't know, types of policies, type of health policies. We reading up there, types of accident and sickness policies. Up at the top, above the paragraphs, there should be a section.
Hmm.